Assalamualaikum dear students, this is Department of English, Government Postgraduate College Attak. I am Shahryar Khan and this is our third lecture in a series of lectures that I am doing on some basic concepts of language. And in this lecture, we would be discussing the second type of present or the second way through which you can express the present time. In my first lecture, I told you that how verb is the most important component of a sentence and it is action, and that action is always timed, that is it is always expressed in relation to present, past or future. In my previous lecture, I discussed the first kind of present. The first kind of present, it expresses those kind of actions which are repeated over an interval of time, because they happen um, after a given interval of time. We consider them as routine, or we consider them as repetition or some kind of habit. In this lecture we would be discussing the second kind of present, which is when an action, it is uh, it is going on while we are talking about it. That is, if you look at this diagram, we are talking about the present as this red line suggests. Now if you look at the arrow suggests that the action, it started somewhere in the present, and when we are talking about it, it still continues. It has not come to an end yet. This kind of action that expresses continuity, that shows us that how an action still continues, it has not come to an end yet. This is the second kind of or second type of present. Now, in order to better understand this concept, look at these sentences and pay attention to the time that is being expressed in these sentences. She is drinking coffee. As this, what do we mean by this? That at this present moment, while we are talking about it, she is drinking coffee and she has not finished it yet. She is still doing it. He is going to the library. The process of going to the library, it still continues. He has not reached the library as yet. We are coming for shopping in this market. Same, the process of coming, it has not come to an end yet. It still goes on. We are watching a movie in this cineplex. The process of watching a movie, it still goes on. It is still in process, not completed yet. You are shopping in that market. Same, that the process of shopping is it is going on. I am singing different kinds of songs, especially modern. The same, that the process of singing has not come to an end yet. I am listening to melodious songs. He is traveling around the world. They are playing cricket in that field. In all these sentences, if you pay attention to verb and what kind of time it is expressing: drinking, going, coming, watching, shopping, singing, listening, traveling, playing. Now, if you want to talk about um this kind of time when the action you are talking about, it is still going on, it is in process, it is not completed yet, then we use this kind of present, this second kind of present, to express that action. Another important concept that might be confusing for some students is the concept of continuity and contemporaneity. Now, what is continuity? Is simply the continual of an action at the present moment. But contemporaneity, it is a broader concept. Contemporaneity means happening at the present time, but time here is a bit wider. For example, when we talk that in the present age, for example, now present age does not mean at this moment. Present age, it might vary according to different people, but you can say that usually some people think that present age is a period of 10 years or maybe 20 years or even 30 years. When we talk about that we are living in this age, this this age or this century, for example, it is not present moment, it is a wider concept. But in some cases we also use this kind of present to express actions that are spread over this longer period of time. This is what we call the present age, for example, and this is what we refer to as contemporaneity, from the word contemporary. Look at these sentences and you will come to know that what is the difference between continuity and contemporaneity. Um, the first sentence is, the people next door are shouting. Now, if you pay attention to the meaning of this sentence, you will see that the action the sentence is talking about, that is shouting, it is going on at this present time, at this precise moment. The moment this sentence was uttered, this sentence was spoken. Second, Shah, Tony's talking on the phone at this precise moment. Again, Tony is talking on the phone at this present moment. So while this sentence was uttered or while this sentence was spoken by the speaker, Tony was talking on the phone. But look at the difference, that how these two, the concept of time which is expressed in these two sentences, it is different from the concept of time that is expressed in the third sentence. Tom is working at the supermarket this summer. Now, from this moment to this summer, now summer, if you um, look at it, it expresses the concept of whole season. I mean, in some countries, summer may last 6 months. In some countries, it might be 5 or 2 or 3. It depends upon the climate of that country. But summer is a longer period. When somebody says that he is working on in the whole summer, then it is a bit different from the concept of continuity, even though this is also a continuous action. But this concept of continuity, it is different from this concept of continuity that was expressed in the first two sentences. In the first two sentences, when the sentence was uttered, this process was going on. The people next door are shouting. This process of shouting was going on at this precise moment when this sentence was uttered. But when this sentence was uttered, the process was still going on, but it covered a larger period of time, a longer period of time. And um we can say that around now, I mean, this also expresses now, but this is a longer now, not shorter now. Then look at this fourth sentence. Our football team is doing really well this season. Now the season also when the season here is basically referring to the sports season, so it is also a longer period of time. It is not that the team is doing well at the present moment, but in the months that are included in that season, in the whole in all those months, the football team is doing well. So this is also a longer period of time. This is contemporaneity. Then look at this. It is getting more expensive to go to university. Now, in this sentence, the time that is expressed, it is not about months. It is also not about this very moment. It is about this modern trend, or this is, you can say, the present age, that in the present age education has become expensive, and it has become hard for the people to attend a university because it is costly. So this is not that we are talking about months or even years. This is over a longer period of time. This might include 10 years or 20 years or even 30 years. So this is what we call contemporary trend or contemporaneity, and this particular kind of present, it can also express this longer period or this age, the trends of the age. It can also express that. Then look at the last sentence. People are living longer. This is also a contemporary trend. This is also about an age, that if we compare the present age with the past ages of human beings, we will find that in the past people used to have a shorter lifespan, or they lived for a short period of time. But now in the present age means in the 20th century or the 20 years of the 21st century, people are living longer now. So this is also you can say a kind of time which can be expressed this particular expression, or the second type of present that we are talking about. So in this you can say if we look at these six sentences, we come to know that there are three kinds of three kinds of present um continuity that can be expressed, or that can be uttered through this kind of time. The first is what is happening at this precise moment while I am talking about it. For example, if I am preparing this video now, then I am talking about this now, which is happening now. But if I say that if I talk about this summer, then I can also use this particular kind of present, but it would be the time meant in that case would be a little bit different. It would be a little bit longer. And if I talk in this sense, that is in a contemporary way, when I am talking about a whole age, then the period of time would be even longer. It would be you can say it might comprise of uh, 10 years or 20 years or even 50 years. It depends upon the perspective of the person who is speaking. So keep this in view, that while you want to express something that is going on, you have to use this second type of present. um, but you can have three kinds of sub times in it. That the first kind of time it can express is that time that which is an action that is going on now at this particular moment. Second is that you are talking about some months over a season, for example. And third is you are talking about an age, when you and the age might be 50 years or 40 years or whatever. It depends upon the perspective. Now look at these three that for example, what is if you want to express yourself, if you want to express this kind of present, you want to express an action which is continuous, then how can you express it in English? Now if you look at column A, you will see that there are sentences. I am reading a book, I am traveling by bus, I am not arguing with you, am I talking to you, I am lighting a fire, I am not working on my thesis, am I doing well, I am listening to your argument. Now in all these examples we see that the subject, the person who is doing the action, in this case it is pronoun I, or the first person pronoun I, it is used in all these sentences, and after it we have this helping verb am, and then there is this first form of the verb read, and then ing, and then after, this is article and this is object. Now um, if you look at this part of this addition, this suffix that is added with read, ing, basically this ing part, it is telling us about the continuity of the action. For example, if we remove it, if we remove this particular part, then there would be simple first form of the verb, and the simple first form of the verb, it is used in the first kind of present. It is not used and that shows a kind of action that is repeated over a period of time. It does not express, simple first form of the verb does not express the continuity of the action. If you want to express the continuity of the action, that the action is continuing at this moment, or in this age, or in this season, for example, then you have to add ing. Ing is that part that expresses continuity of an action. So what you have noted in all these sentences, that if the pronoun I is used as the subject, pronoun I is used as the subject, it will always be followed by am, and then there would be first form of the verb, and then ing is added to it to show that this is a continuous action. This is a continuous action. It is continuing at this present time. So same is the case with the second sentence. Look that there is I, the first person pronoun. After it there is am, then travel, the first form of the verb, and ing is added to it to show the continuity. Then if for example the sentence is a negative one, it is telling us that the action is not taking place, then same I am, and then you will add not, first form of the verb argue, and then ing. And if the sentence is, for example, interrogative, it is a question, am I talking to you? So the am, the helping verb, it would be placed at the beginning of the sentence. Then there would be the pronoun, that is the subject, I, and the verb would remain the same, that is talk, the first form of the verb, and ing is added to it and to you, and then there would be the question mark. I am lighting a fire, I am not working on my thesis, am I doing well, I am listening to your argument. So in all these sentences we saw that if the subject is I, the first person pronoun, it will always be followed by am. and then there would be the first form of the verb. And I told you that why do we add ing to it? In order to make it continuous. In order to make it continuous, that this action, that is the action of read, it is happening now. It is happening now. So ing is that part that would tell us about the continuity of the action. Now compare it with the second column. He is playing football. She is taking her medicine. It is raining. Dr. Yasir is examining the patient. Life is not going well. Is she studying medicine? The plane is not taking off. The teacher is teaching. Now, if you look at column B, you will find that uh, the same. If you look at just the verb is the same. That is, it also consists of the first form of the verb play, for example, and then ing is added to it to show the continuity. But in all these sentences, the helping verb, mean this is the main verb, the helping verb is. If you look at them, that is raining, is examining, is not going well, is she, and the plane is not, and the teacher is. So instead of am, we have is here. Now, but what is the difference? Why we have is now? Because the pronoun or the subject is changed. In this case we had I. In this case we have he, she, it, the name of a person. Then there is life, another singular subject, and she, another singular subject, and the teacher. So what can we learn from this? That if the subject is singular, or you can say the third person pronoun, for example he or she or it, or the name of somebody, or any singular thing, then we would be using is, and this would remain the same. That is, if you look at both these columns, you will see that the main verb is the same, read and first form of the verb, play and the first form of the verb. It is the same. The difference is that because the subject is changed, that is, the person or the pronoun who is involved in that action, or who is performing that action, that is changed, he, she, it, and here it was I. So because of this we are using is now. So is, in all these sentences, is used. Why? Because of the singular subject, or the he, she, it, or the singular, any singular thing or object or name of a person. In this case we will use is, and the rest would remain the same. Now look at column C and then compare column C with column A and B. The people are not listening. We are not hiring new employees. Are they looking for a new house? They are not favoring you. Are you shopping at the moment? They are eating their lunch. We are enjoying ourselves. Now if you look at these sentences, you will see that again the verb is the same. That is first form of the verb, and ing which is added to it, because in order to show continuity of the action. So we see that if listening or looking or favoring or shopping, and it is the same in column B or column A, playing or reading or taking or traveling. So what is the difference here? The difference is are. That is, in column A we used am as the helping verb. In column B, we used is as helping verb, and now we are using are as helping verb. And why is that? Because the subject is changed. For example, the people is plural. He, she, it, or somebody's name, they are singular. People are plural. We is plural. Um, they is plural. And also, if there are things which are plural, then we will be using are. Also, if the sentence is negative, then we will be placing not after are, and if it is interrogative, then we will be placing are at the beginning of the sentence. After that, we will be using the subject. In this case, it is they, and then the first form of the verb plus ing, and the rest of the sentence would be the same, and then we will be having a question mark at the end. So if you compare these three columns, then you can see that we have three kinds of subjects here. In first kind of present, we had two kinds of subjects. The subjects that were singular or the subjects that were plural. But here, of course, the basic division is the same. For example, B and C, they are the subjects who are singular or plural. Here they are plural, here they are singular. One new thing that is added in this particular present is am, which is used with the I. So you things to remember, things that you should remember are that in this um, particular present, because the action is continuous and we want to show the continuity of the action, we cannot show it through using just the first form of the verb. So what we will be using? We will be using ing, that would be added to the first form of the verb, and this ing would tell us that the action is continuous. Then the second point is that we, in relation to the subject of the of these sentences, we would be using different kinds of helping verbs. If the I is the subject of the sentence, we would be using am. If the subjects are singular, for example, he, she, it, or the name of somebody or a single thing, we would be using is. And if the subject is plural, then we would be using are. The fourth thing is that if you want to turn this sentence into a negative one, you will add not after the helping verb and before the main verb. And if you want to turn it into a question, then you will bring the helping verb at the beginning of the sentence, and after that you will be using the subject. So here we see that these are the things that you should remember, especially in relation to the construction of this kind of present. This can be, in order to simplify it further, you can see here that after I we use am, and then the first form of the verb plus ing. If the subject is he, she, it, or singular, we use is, and then the first form of verb plus ing. And if the subject is they, we, you, plurals, then we use are, and this would remain the same, first form of verb plus ing. Now look at that. Let's have a closer look at what is the difference between first and second kind of present. Look at these sentences. The first sentence is I live in France. Now this sentence is a simple present, or the first kind of present. Why? Because it is not that I just live in France at the present moment. It is a kind of process, or it is a kind of time that is spread over, you can say, maybe throughout my life. So it is, you can say that it is a kind of routine or repetition. But if a person says, I am staying in a small hotel during the conference, so this is present continuous, or the this second kind of present that we are talking about, which expresses the continuous time. It is a temporary place to stay for a limited period of time. Means that person, he does not live in that hotel permanently. Mean it is not a kind of routine for him. He is just staying at the hotel for this period, for the period of conference. And after the conference would end, he would go back to where he lived. So again, look at this sentence. People live a long time in Japan. It is present simple, a true situation, fact. If you can see that there is no mention of present time here. It is just that it is a kind of habit, or it is a kind of routine. It is an action that has been going on for some time, and has become a part of repetition of something. But people are living longer. If somebody says that, then it means that this is a trend that is happening now. In the past, people did not live longer in Japan, or not they and we are also not talking about the future. This trend might come to an end after some time, but this is something which is happening now in this contemporary period. Then there is another very important hint, that when you see words and phrases such as at the moment, this week, use the present continuous. Now, if there is a sentence in which there is um, these, this kind of time is mentioned, at the moment, this week, then you should use present continuous. If you want to express an action that is related with this particular moment or this particular week, then you can use present continuous. When you see words and phrases such as always, never, from time to time, use the present simple tense. And if there are such kind of phrases, always or never or from time to time, it means that the action is spread over a long period of time. It is a kind of habit, it is a kind of situation, or is a kind of fact. So look at the difference. We are working on a difficult project at the moment. That is, at the moment, at this present moment, we are working. After some time, we may stop. He is doing some health and safety training this week. Again, that this week he is doing this health and safety training, and after the week would end, the training would also come to an end. He always eats fish and chips on Fridays. But this is routine of somebody. It is not happening now, but whenever Friday comes, he eats fish and chips. So this is simple present, or the first kind of present we covered. They never watch TV after dinner. This is also a kind of routine. If you look at it, that they when after dinner they never watch TV. It is their habit. And they are repeating it for a long period of time, and they would continue to repeat it for a long period of time. So this is the difference between two kinds of time: the first kind of time and the second kind of time, or the first kind of present or the second kind of present. You can also see that in this diagram, the difference is that the simple present that we discussed in the first part of our lecture, it is the action in that case, in that kind of time, the action is repeated. It is, you can say, after an interval of time, the action repeats itself. It becomes a routine, a pattern, a kind of habit. But in this case, this is our present continuous, or the continuous, or the second kind of present, in which the time starts at a present moment, and it still continues. The action still continues. It has not come to an end yet. This is, and we also discussed that this can be that the action is going on at present, or we are talking about a period of 2 or 3 months, or we might be talking about a whole age, and we still can use this particular continuity, or the continuous kind of time. What is your home task? I would be giving two links in the description of the video on YouTube. You can go to those links, and there you will find exercises for this particular tense, and you should solve those exercises. And you can check your score there too, that whether you have understood this concept or not. And till our next lecture, take care.